power. I mean, it has been a significant storm, serious flooding and the like. But we are, as he mentioned, the big concern was how long it would take for the utility crews to get out there. And I've been back and forth. I mean, they've got a lot of people here. They're ready to go as soon as weather conditions make that possible. And I say that even though the weather models had us sometimes squarely in the center of the path, we appear to have escaped some of the worst consequences of this storm, although we do have still a lot of places that are flooded out and the power issues.
Any idea? I mean, I'm looking at pictures now, which we really saw yesterday afternoon, of the rush of water coming in into some of the streets and into, frankly, some of the businesses. Is anyone giving you a number estimate of how much damage that your state has suffered here?
Not yet. We've got people out literally as we speak, checking out damage, emergency officials, local police, state troopers, highway crews, and the like. But, the good news is that the winds subsided. They ended up being a little bit less than predicted. And, just looking at some of the devastation in other states, obviously our thoughts and prayers go out to them as well as to those Delawareans who are suffering through this.
Well, let me ask you a question about FEMA. As you know, one of the issues in this political climate has been big government versus small government. FEMA, obviously, part of big government because FEMA writes a check for people who've been, hit by devastating storms. Would it be possible for the states to cover your governor? Would it be possible for your state to cover the devastating damage if it had been, let's say, worse in the state of Delaware? As you know, Governor Romney has mentioned that he thought the states could pick up those costs, and you could remove some of the costs of FEMA from the government to the federal government to the states?
I think that's ridiculous. I mean, because the FEMA just has resources that they can centralize and make available to states that states couldn't replicate. I mean, whether it's having generators staged in a nearby state, so we don't have to have our own, but we can tap into that if we need. So we've been really, really impressed by the response of FEMA and by their, essentially what happens is they embed with our own emergency management agencies, so it's as seamless as it can possibly be, and they've been terrific to work with.